The moment you understand this, you will realize that every coin, every note, every opportunity that seems scarce outside is, in fact, abundant within. The secret technique to attract wealth effortlessly is hidden not in complicated strategies, financial tricks, or the teachings of others. It lies within your imagination, your assumption, your inner world. You must first recognize that all things begin in consciousness. There is no reality outside your mind that is not first conceived within it. The world you see with your eyes is but the shadow of what you assume to be true in the secret chambers of your mind. Imagine just for a moment that you already possess wealth. Not merely the thought of it, but the sensation, the feeling, the vivid experience of having wealth. How does it feel to walk into your home knowing bills are paid, that abundance flows easily, that luxury is not a struggle but a natural part of your life? Allow yourself to feel it, not as a distant hope, but as a present reality. In this state, you are no longer reaching, you are already there. The technique begins here, to live from the end, to inhabit the reality you desire before it manifests in the outer world. Most people approach wealth with a sense of lack, a tension, a desire born of absence. They think, I want money, I need money, and in their inner being, they broadcast the vibration of poverty. The universe, precise in its response, returns to them what they assume as true. But when you assume the state of already being rich, when you inhabit the consciousness of wealth, your mind and the world align with this assumption. You begin to notice opportunities, resources, ideas, and connections that were always around you, but invisible to those whose inner state denies abundance. The method is astonishingly simple, yet profoundly powerful. You close your eyes and imagine yourself living as the person who has already achieved the wealth you desire. Do not merely see it as a picture in your mind. Feel it, taste it, embody it. Imagine yourself paying your expenses easily, gifting generously, traveling without hesitation, and experiencing freedom in every sense. Your mind must be convinced that this is the natural state of your being. In this state, you plant a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious. Your subconscious accepts what your imagination presents as real, and from there, it begins to shape circumstances in perfect harmony with your vision. Do not concern yourself with the how of wealth. The how belongs to the world of external manifestation, to a law beyond your conscious direction. Your task is only to assume and feel, to impress upon your inner being the unshakable reality of having. Once your imagination is saturated with this reality, the universe conspires in ways beyond your comprehension to bring it into form. Doors open, connections appear, insights come effortlessly. Every obstacle fades, for obstacles exist only for those who believe in limitation. In the consciousness of wealth, limitation does not exist. Only possibilities exist, infinite and inviting. Consider this. A wealthy person does not achieve wealth by striving against reality. They achieve it by aligning their consciousness with the reality they desire. It is not labor or struggle that produces riches. It is assumption, feeling, and inner certainty. You are not asking, pleading, or hoping, you are claiming. You are not seeking a distant prize, you are recognizing what is already yours. Wealth is a reflection of your inner state. Change the state, and the world outside must change to match it. The secret technique is nothing more and nothing less than deliberate living in the end. Every day, take time to close your eyes and see yourself as the one who has already attained wealth. Do it with vivid detail. Hear the sounds, smell the aromas, feel the textures of abundance surrounding you. Let every sense participate in the creation. Let your heart respond with gratitude, for gratitude signals to your inner mind that what you desire is already fulfilled. Gratitude is the amplifier of your assumption. It transforms mere imagination into tangible reality. With each session, your subconscious mind is nourished with the certainty of wealth, and it begins to organize your world to correspond with this certainty. You must also notice your inner conversations, the words you speak to yourself throughout the day. Inner dialogue must align with the reality you wish to inhabit. If you find yourself saying, I can't afford this, or money is so hard to come by, immediately correct your thought. Speak and think as if wealth is normal, natural, and inevitable for you. Every word, every thought, every feeling is a brushstroke painting the landscape of your future. The subconscious does not distinguish between imagination and reality. It accepts the assumption and moves to bring it forth. Some may ask, how long before this works? The answer is simple. The moment your consciousness is fully aligned with wealth, manifestation begins. There is no delay in the unseen. The unseen is immediate. The delay exists only in the outer world, in the perceptions of those who have not yet allowed themselves to live from the end. Patience then is not waiting. Patience is the inner knowing that your assumption is already effective. You feel, act, and think as though your desired wealth is present, and the outer world must adjust accordingly. Many attempt to attract wealth through effort, strategy, or sacrifice, but they fail because they do not first master their inner state. Imagine trying to grow a tree without planting a seed in the soil. The effort may be visible, but the root cause is missing. Likewise, without impressing the subconscious with the reality of abundance, all external efforts remain fruitless. The secret is not in the effort. It is in the state of mind from which effort is directed. Workflows, opportunities appear, and ideas manifest naturally when your consciousness radiates wealth. It is important to remain vigilant against the distractions of doubt and fear. Fear of not having enough, fear of failure, or fear of rejection can quickly dismantle the carefully cultivated inner state. Whenever fear arises, recognize it as a temporary illusio, and return to the reality you wish to inhabit. Immerse yourself again in the sensations of having, knowing, and being wealthy. Fear has no power over the person who lives from the end, for the end has already been realized within. Another subtle but powerful aspect of this technique is to act in life as if wealth is already present. Make decisions, interact with others, and conduct yourself with the confidence and freedom of someone who knows there is no shortage. The world responds to action grounded in imagination and assumption. Action alone is not enough. Action must flow from the state of being that you desire. This is the bridge between inner consciousness and outer manifestation. You may wonder if this method works for all types of wealth, money, opportunities, relationships, influence, or freedom. Indeed, it does. Wealth is simply the outward expression of your inner state. When your consciousness is rich, your life reflects richness in all forms. The richness of thought, feeling, and assumption dictates the richness of experience. You are not limited by the form wealth takes. You are limited only by the vividness of your assumption and the depth of your inner conviction. Persistence is the quiet companion of this technique. Do not be discouraged if the outer world does not immediately reflect your inner state. The unseen works invisibly, organizing events, people, and circumstances to align with your assumption. Your task is to maintain the feeling, to live from the end, and to let go of concern about the process. The universe, precise and efficient, will bring forth the exact conditions needed to manifest your wealth effortlessly. When practicing this technique, remember that imagination is not a trivial exercise. It is the most potent force in existence. The imagination is the workshop of the soul, the laboratory where realities are first conceived. Use it deliberately. See wealth not as a distant goal, but as a living, breathing reality in your mind. Engage all your senses. Feel it, hear it, touch it, taste it, and know it as fact. The more vivid and tangible your inner experience, the faster it will translate to the outer world. The final element of this secret technique is unwavering faith. Faith does not mean belief in the unseen as a possibility. It means absolute certainty that your wealth already exists. It is the state in which doubt cannot penetrate, where resistance dissolves, and the subconscious accepts only the truth of your assumption. In this state, you are no longer struggling to attract wealth. You are simply allowing the natural outcome of your inner reality to unfold. This method requires no external validation, no certificates of success, no approval from the world. The universe does not require permission to deliver abundance. All that is required is that you inhabit the state of wealth fully and consistently. The moment you do, the world must respond. Opportunities that once seemed improbable become inevitable. Doors that were closed are opened. Ideas, insights, and people appear to guide, assist, and enhance your prosperity. The ease with which wealth manifests when using this technique will astonish you. It may come as an unexpected check, an opportunity, a new business idea, or a sudden realization. The external forms are limitless, but they all originate from the same principle. Your inner consciousness is the source of all manifestation. You do not need to chase wealth. Wealth chases you when your inner state is rich, free, and secure. Now, consider your daily life. Each moment is a chance to practice this art. Each encounter, each thought, each action can either affirm lack or confirm abundance. Train yourself to notice thoughts that contradict your desired reality and replace them immediately. with the living assumption of wealth. Repeat your imaginative exercises daily. Let the feeling of having, of being, and of living in prosperity saturate every fiber of your being. Let it become as natural as breathing. It is also helpful to express gratitude in advance. Feel gratitude for wealth you do not yet see, for the money that has not yet appeared, for opportunities that are still forming. Gratitude is the amplifier of your assumption. It signals to the subconscious that you recognize abundance as your present reality. When gratitude is combined with vivid imagination and unwavering faith, it becomes irresistible to the creative forces of the universe. Every wealthy person you admire achieved their state first within. They imagined, assumed, and felt themselves wealthy before the external world reflected it. Wealth is never granted from outside, it is always born within. To master the effortless attraction of wealth, you must follow the same principle. Live in the end, assume fully, and refuse to accept any inner evidence of lack. The outer world is only a reflection of what you hold inside. As you cultivate this state of wealth within, notice how your entire perspective begins to shift. Life, once a series of challenges, now becomes a playground of opportunities. You no longer see scarcity, you see possibilities. You no longer question your ability to attract money. You know it flows naturally because it is a reflection of your inner reality. Everything external begins to conform to the inner blueprint you have established. Even events that previously seemed random now appear orchestrated to deliver what you have imagined. Your imagination has become the director, the scriptwriter, and the stage manager of your life's unfolding drama. It is crucial to understand that wealth is not a reward for effort. It is the natural consequence of a state of consciousness. Struggle, sacrifice, and toil do not produce abundance. Clarity, assumption, and inner conviction do. When you assume the state of wealth, you are no longer dependent on circumstances, people, or timing. You are independent of the outer world because your inner world has already been perfected. You act from this state and the world responds. Every transaction, every interaction, every decision becomes aligned with the effortless flow of abundance. The mind of the wealthy person differs not in intellect or talent, but in imagination and feeling. They imagine wealth vividly and feel it deeply. The more real the inner experience, the faster it manifests externally. You must therefore train yourself to feel with the intensity of reality. Do not think of wealth as something you might one day have. Live it now. Close your eyes and let the sensations overwhelm you. The relief, the freedom, the joy, the confidence. Let it flood every cell of your body. When your being is saturated with the experience of having, the universe cannot deny it. You may encounter moments of doubt, moments when the outer world seems contrary to your inner vision. These are tests, not failures. The outer world is only a reflection, slow to respond, but never disloyal to your inner state. Every time doubt arises, return to the feeling of wealth. Re-immerse yourself in the sensations of abundance. The subconscious accepts only what is impressed upon it consistently, persistently, and vividly. Therefore, repetition is not monotonous. It is the key to sealing your assumption into reality. Your imagination must become your laboratory, your inner workshop where reality is constructed before it appears outside. Visualize paying your bills effortlessly, gifting generously, making investments wisely, traveling freely, and enjoying luxuries without hesitation. Feel the ease, the comfort, the security. Imagine conversations with others where you are respected and admired for your abundance. Imagine yourself making decisions from a place of infinite resources rather than lack. Every detail matters because the subconscious does not differentiate between imagined and real experience. It accepts what you impress upon it as fact. Also, how your language affects your inner state. I can't, every I don't have, every complaint about lack is a contradiction to the reality you wish to create. Replace them immediately with affirmations of possession. Speak as one who already has. I am wealthy. I have more than enough. Abundance flows to me naturally. I live in freedom and comfort. These statements, repeated with feeling, reshape your consciousness and align your subconscious with the state of wealth. Words are not mere symbols. They are instruments of creation when used consciously. Another essential element is detachment from the outcome. While you imagine, feel, and act as though wealth is already present, you do not obsess over the means, the timing, or the circumstances. The how belongs to the universe, not to you. Your responsibility is to maintain the state of wealth inside, to saturate your consciousness with the reality you desire, and to live each day from that state. When this is done, opportunities appear spontaneously, events fall into place naturally, and wealth flows effortlessly. Your inner world has done the work, and the outer world now responds. Many people fail to attract wealth because they focus on the visible means rather than the invisible cause. They try to work harder, to strategize more, to negotiate, and to manipulate circumstances. While effort in the outer world may yield temporary results, permanent and effortless wealth requires mastery of your inner state. The unseen, the subconscious, the imagination, and feeling are the source of all manifestations. Once the source is activated, the results are inevitable, exact, and effortless. When practicing this secret technique, make it a daily ritual. Set aside time to close your eyes and immerse yourself fully in the reality of having wealth. Imagine waking up in a home filled with comfort and beauty. Imagine walking into rooms where opportunities wait for you. Imagine money flowing freely into your life through every imaginable channel. Feel the confidence, the ease, the gratitude. Repeat it day after day. Let it become a part of your identity. Identity, not desire, is the secret to effortless attraction. You are not someone who wants wealth. You are someone who lives in it naturally and easily. Do not underestimate the power of small, consistent exercises. Even a few minutes each day, if done with total absorption, can begin to transform your outer world. Feel wealth as you walk, as you speak, as you breathe. Imagine abundance in every transaction, in every interaction. Let it saturate your consciousness until it becomes second nature. When the inner state is fully established, external manifestation is guaranteed. The universe never fails to respond to a mind that knows what it wants and feels it as present reality. Be mindful of how you relate to money in everyday life. Do not treat it as a source of stress, struggle, or conflict. Treat it as a natural extension of your inner state, a reflection of your abundance. Pay your bills with gratitude. Make purchases with joy. Invest with confidence. Let every action affirm your assumption rather than contradict it. When money is treated as a friend rather than an enemy, as a mirror of your inner wealth rather than a scarce resource, it begins to flow freely and abundantly. It is also important to recognize that wealth is not merely a material state. It is a state of freedom, creativity, and expansion. When you imagine wealth, imagine the freedom it brings, the freedom to create, to give, to explore, to live fully without limitation. The outer world will always reflect this inner state. Wealth is never a burden when it is assumed as natural, effortless, and aligned with your desires. It flows to those who know themselves as deserving, capable, and ready to receive. Notice how effortless life becomes when you live from this state. Opportunities appear without struggle. Ideas come as if by inspiration. Relationships and connections support your journey naturally. The universe becomes a collaborator, not a challenge. This is the true power of the secret technique you no longer need to chase. Wealth chases you. Circumstances bend, doors open, and everything necessary for your abundance is drawn to you because your inner world dictates reality. You may ask, is it really this simple? Yes, it is. The mind is infinitely powerful, the imagination is infinitely creative, and the subconscious is infinitely obedient to your assumptions. All external tools, strategies, and effort are secondary to the inner state. Once the inner state is mastered, the outer world follows with perfect precision. The simplicity is deceptive because it requires faith, focus, and discipline. It is not complicated, but it is transformative. As you deepen your practice, you will notice subtle shifts, small financial gains, sudden opportunities, serendipitous meetings, and intuitive ideas will begin to appear. Do not dismiss these signs. They are the universe responding to your inner alignment. Celebrate them, feel them, and let them reinforce your belief in the effortless flow of wealth. Each sign is proof that the inner reality is becoming the outer reality. Every experience affirms that your imagination is the true creator of life. Remember that your feelings are the barometer of your inner state. When you feel tension, lack, or worry, you are out of alignment. Immediately return to the feeling of wealth, comfort, and ease. Do not argue with reality. Do not rationalize scarcity. Simply return to the assumption, to the feeling, to the living experience of having. Your inner state is the only cause. The outer world is merely the effect. Control the cause, and the effect must follow. The power of imagination, assumption, and feeling is limitless. There is no wealth too large, no opportunity too remote, no desire too great. The universe is infinite, and your inner world is the master key to unlock its treasures. Do not limit yourself with doubts, fears, or external judgments. Wheel is not bound by rules of scarcity. It is bound only by the limits of your imagination. Expand, saturate, and immerse yourself fully in the reality you wish to create. As you continue this practice, you will begin to act differently in life. You will take risks, make investments, and pursue opportunities with the confidence of someone who knows that success is inevitable. Your actions are no longer desperate. They are deliberate, inspired, and aligned. The outer world cannot resist a consciousness fully saturated with wealth. People, circumstances, and ideas are drawn to you effortlessly. This is the hallmark of living from the end. Action becomes natural, effortless, and guided by infinite intelligence. Let gratitude be your constant companion. Gratitude for wealth you have not yet seen, for opportunities not yet realized, for money flowing from unexpected sources. Gratitude is the amplifier of assumption, the signal that you already possess, the magnet that draws the unseen into form. Without gratitude, imagination remains inert. With gratitude, it becomes unstoppable. Let it fill your heart, your mind, your entire being. Live in gratitude as if wealth is already yours, because in your consciousness it truly is. Finally, know that this technique is timeless, universal, and available to all. It does not depend on age, background, circumstance, or education. Anyone who chooses to assume, imagine, and feel the state of wealth can attract it effortlessly. There are no exceptions, only those who have not yet realized the power of their inner world. The world outside waits only for the inner reality to align. The secret is within your consciousness, always has been, and always will be. The secret technique to attract wealth effortlessly is not secret at all. It is simple: assume, feel, believe, and live as the person who has already attained the wealth you desire. Make it vivid, make it real, and saturate your being with it. Live from the end, act from the end, speak from the end, and the outer world must respond. Wealth, opportunity, freedom, and abundance are inevitable when you recognize that they are already yours. So now, understand this. Wealth is not something you chase, struggle for, or hope to obtain. It is a reality that already exists within you. The secret is not in the outer world, but in the way you think, feel, and imagine. The moment you assume the state of having, the universe must respond. There is no force in existence that can resist a mind fully aligned with abundance. Your imagination is the seed, your assumption is the soil, and your feeling is the sunlight. Nurture them daily, and wealth will blossom effortlessly in your life. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for the right time. Do not wait for circumstances to align. Begin now. Close your eyes, imagine, feel, and live as the wealthy person you already are. Let your inner world dictate your reality. Trust in the unseen, believe in the already done, and act from the certainty that abundance flows to you naturally, freely, and eternally.